I have TNT. Hey guys, you're watching C1 and Only. My name is AJ. We are back on another episode of the Sparta faction server, where I am with my favourite block when it comes to factions. That is the TNT block. I think everybody likes TNT when it comes to factions. Let me turn my chat off here. Don't want to get distracted. So, a few episodes ago, I done a tutorial on how to make some very basic TNT cannons. I've got something in my mouth. Hold on. Hair. Lovely. I hate having hairs in your mouth. I done a couple of episodes ago, I done a tutorial episode on some very basic, quite powerful, but very basic TNT cannons. They work fantastic on a normal base. However, some people decide to cover their bases in water. Because if you've ever played Minecraft and never played with TNT, you'll know that when TNT goes off in water, it's going to do no damage to the surrounding area. It's going to hurt me, but that's about it. It's going to move me back a little bit. My armor doesn't allow me to get hurt by it that much, but the water's still intact. The ground below it is still intact. This little wall that we've got behind us is still intact. It's fine. However, there is an exploit that cannons can take advantage of. They're called hybrid cannons, okay? Hybrid cannons, meaning that they fire TNT and, in this case, sand. Now, the exploit basically is when a TNT gets primed, when it's going off, it becomes what is basically an air block. If a TNT primed was right here, I could walk through it. You can't touch or punch a primed TNT. It's going off. There's nothing that you can really do to stop it. However, a block can fall inside the primed TNT. So if we've got this TNT here with a piece of sand on top of it, when I hit this button, it's going to prime the TNT is going to fall into the water, the sand is then going to fall inside the TNT. And now because the TNT block has a block inside of it, it can then do damage to the surrounding area. So you might see the TNT pop up on top of it, and boom. So now we've done a load of damage to the back of it. We've done damage below the water. We've done damage to the side of the water. We've really messed that up, okay? So that's what a hybrid TNT cannon is. Now, I've got a very compact TNT cannon here. Okay, this is super amazingly compact. I wish I could say that I came up with this design myself, but I didn't. This is a design that I found that works with 1.8, and it's amazingly, mind-blowingly simple. So, this is our base, okay? Or this is the base that we want to raid. There's the wall, and it's surrounded by water. By the way, guys, I would like to say before I get comments about this, what if the wall was made out of obsidian? It doesn't matter. If the wall is made out of obsidian, there's a plugin on most faction servers, including this one, which means if an obsidian block takes 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know how many it is, it's between usually 3 and 5 blasts, obsidian will break as well with TNT. I know that doesn't happen on vanilla Minecraft. It's a plugin that they put to factions so that people can't make unraidable-ish like bases, if you know what I mean. Okay, so in normal circumstances, I could not use a TNT cannon to blow this up, okay? It would hit the wall, it would blow up, but the water would protect the blast from doing anything. Well, what this does is this will dispense 3 TNTs, 1 out of each one of these dispensers. Okay, so we can put 1 in that one, we can put 1 in that one, and we can put 1 in this one, okay? So all of these 3 are going to activate and prime the TNT. This dispenser is also going to activate a piece of TNT. And we've got sand on top here. This is like a reload system. The piston's going to retract. The sand will fall on top of it. The piston will push one forward, which will push it onto the TNT. That's primed. The TNT here, the 3 TNTs, will then go off. They'll explode. Just as the piece of sand is falling, blowing it into that, the TNT will land on top of the sand, blowing up the blocks, giving a hole in the wall. It sounds amazingly complicated, I know. The key thing with hybrid cannons, though, is that for the sand to be blasted forward, it has to be hit with an explosion while it's falling. If I give you an example here, if I put this piece of sand down and I put a piece of TNT by it, and then I just light it, that block ain't gonna go anywhere. That block is just gonna blow up. It hasn't shot that way or anything like that. Some people say if you put them on top of a slab, it'll work. So let's try that. We'll put it on top of a slab. We'll put a piece of TNT on there. We'll then... Oh, not TNT on there, sorry. We'll put a piece of sand on there. We'll then put the TNT here. We'll prime the TNT. And people say, well, that'll make it go. Nope, you're wrong. It won't. The sand actually has to be falling at the point that the explosion goes off. So sorry about that. My dog wanted to leave the room. He got bored with me. He's like, I don't want to listen to your TNT cannon tutorial. I want to go outside and play. I had to let him out. So, I can't remember where I was exactly. Let's feed. I think I explained about all the TNT, about it falling. It has to go off when it's falling. I think we were just about to test it out. So, I've got TNT in here. I've got TNT in there. I've got TNT in here. You only need one in each dispenser. But if you put more than one, it makes it sort of automatically self-reloading. The sand on top of here is like an automatic reloading system as well. Because when one sand falls down, the next one falls straight into place. I must say that this does not work 100% of the time. It'll never fail. It'll never blow up your TNT cannon. But I think if you guys can understand that when a TNT blows off, it's never exactly the same shape. You never get like a universal explosion, especially not when it comes to sand because it's very weak. With stone, it'll always blow a 3x3 hole. But with sand, it blows whatever it can. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty random each time. So 99% of the time, this will blow a hole in this wall, even though it's covered by water. If it doesn't, you just activate it again. It's as simple as that. So we're going to hit the button. TNT gets primed out. Just before it blows up, bang! It lands on there, on top of the sand, blows up, and wow, we have a hole in the wall that we can now swim through, and bang! We are inside the enemy faction's base. It's as easy as that. Simple as that, okay? And then, yeah, let's try a different wall. Okay, so we'll fill this back up again. Let's do another test. I love playing with TNT cannons. I could do this all day. So, wall is now fixed again. We're all ready to go. We've got TNT in all the dispensers. We've got sand above the piston. I'll show you how to build it momentarily. So, you see it's sort of ready to go. Bang! Just before it blew up, it went off. And then there we go. We've got another hole in our faction wall to be able to get through and raid away. Ha! Very, very easy to do. So as you could see, basically what was happening was the TNT was going off. The comparator was reading it. That would bring back this piston just moments before the TNT was going to explode, dropping a piece of sand down, pushing the piston forward as this dispenser is then activated and then blows it forward. I don't think I need to explain anymore. Let's go to spawn. Let's go and get all the redstone stuff we need to be able to build this. Great thing with this faction, or with this server, is that you can buy pretty much everything that you will ever need right here at spawn. So we're going to go over to the redstone part here for relatively cheap prices. Okay, so you're going to need 4 dispensers. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to need a piston, which I've got. Okay, I've already got one. And you're going to need... you're going to need 2 comparators, but here you get 4 for 560. So there we go. We've now got 6 in total because I bought 4 for the one that I've got set up. And then you're going to need a little bit of redstone and TNT and blocks and some slabs to build with, okay? So let's go back there. Let's go to home Mesa. Okay, I think this whole episode is just going to be on eternal darkness, it seems. I haven't seen the sun yet. I've cleaned out a little bit of an area up here so we can build another one close by to that one. And let's do it. So, first thing you're going to do, grab some cobblestone. And you're going to do like a little arrow shape, like that, or a little triangle, with a dispenser on top of each one. Put another piece of cobblestone in the middle of the 3. 1 on each side. 3 across the front. Okay? Get your water bucket and put one right in the middle there. It'll just flow straight into the hole. Easy as that. Now you're going to place cobblestone up here. One here, here, and here. And you don't really need one there. Let's place a button on the side here. This is going to activate our cannon. And you're going to have a block here. Get your redstone. You're going to place redstone there, 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 and there. Okay? So like this, like almost like an L shape, if you like. Place a comparator, one of your two comparators that you're going to be needing there. And the other one facing straight into this dispenser. Okay? Block here with a torch that I magically have on top. Simple as that. You're going to place a slab there. And then you're going to place a full block and a slab on top of that. And then you can remove the block underneath it. This is just to stop the TNT from bouncing off the slab once it's dispensed. Your last dispenser is going to go on the side of the torch. No, not there. Don't put it there. Whatever you do. Don't put it there. That's the wrong place. Put it there. Yeah, so that slab is just going to stop the TNT from like falling off it and ending up blowing up your own cannon. That'd be a terrible idea. Nobody would want that. I'm going to place a block under there just so I can stand on it. I like to be able to get up on top of it. Okay, so now we've got that. You're going to get your piston. And with a very tricky move, you're going to have to try and place this this piston on top of the torch. Maybe you should place that down first. Let's do that. Maybe that should be the tip. On top of the torch, facing that way, that will activate. And then we'll get the last dispenser. Last time when I built that one, I put the dispenser down first. It was very difficult to put the piston on top of that. Okay, and that is it. That is your cannon completed. Have I missed a block? What about that other comparator? Hold on, hold on, hold on. I've only built this a couple of times. Oh yeah, one piece of redstone. That's all it is. And that there. Okay, so a piece of redstone just goes right onto that block there. I've only built this a couple of times because I haven't really needed to use it yet. I've never really needed to build one. But maybe coming up soon, we'll need to within the next few episodes. How cool would that be? Okay, so now we've got that. We can now load up the sand. So I'm just going to pillar up here a few blocks. Put some sand. Oops. Put some sand on there. There we go. Pillar back down again. And you can now fill up your comparators? Your dispensers with TNT as much as you want. You don't need 16 in each. Just a bit overkill, but just because I had a stack, it worked out nicely. And you're ready to go. If we hit this button now, it's going to put 3 TNT in there. Just before they go off, bang, it fires one. And off they go. Now, obviously, it's not going to work unless it hits the wall. If it goes on forever like that did, the sand is going to fall. As you can see, the sand actually landed right there. But the TNT blew up in the water. It didn't do anything. You need to have a wall in front of it. I'm going to build a quick wall quickly just to show you that this does work. Even though I'm sure you believe me. And I should be right back. Okay, so just finishing off the wall here. Just got to put the water down. I didn't really need to cut away, but it just does... Oh, poop. It just saves a couple of seconds of recording. Up we go. Let's place some water down up here. Down we go. Man, building a base is hard. Especially when it can now be blown up. Even if you do this. There we go. There we go. And then a couple more will do it. And we'll be ready to fire. Okay, so we haven't seen it fail yet. I would like to actually see it fail. Just so I can say if it does fail, just do it again and it should work. I've actually had 3 fails in a row. I've had it where it hasn't broken the wall 3 times in a row. But after that it did. It's just because TNT can be inconsistent. Okay, so I'm going to stand right here so we can see it go. Boom. Lands on top. Blows up. And we have a hole in the cobblestone. Now again, even if this wall was made out of obsidian, you would just need to fire this cannon a few times. And it would blow a hole in obsidian. Okay? It's just how it is on faction servers. It's so good though. It's so good. That's such a big hole, even though it's in the middle of water. We're going to leave it there for this episode, guys. if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps me out tremendously either way. And we shall see you guys in the next episode. Maybe we'll get to use it soon. Bye!